Hi, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create OSPF routing protocol on Palo Alto Firewall VM 8.0 version. So this is my topology and I'm going to advertise. I have created a default route for this network, for this interface firewall, and this should be configured on OSPF. And I will create an OSPF routes between this interface and the gig 0x2 interface on this router with the OSPF protocol and learn all the routes from all these devices on the firewall, and I will ping one of these routers from this switch. The switch is in 10.10.20.0 network. My goal is to ping from this switch onto one of these routers using OSPF protocol. So this is my firewall configuration. So now I'm going to enable OSPF on Ethernet by 2. Go to virtual routers, select default virtual router, select OSPF, router ID. I'm using the IP address of the Ethernet 1x2 interface has a router ID, but you can use your own preferred router ID. Enable, uncheck the reject default route. The reason I did uncheck was the option itself says if you check it, it will reject the default routes connected to that interface. And if you want to get the default routes on that interface, if you want to accept, OSPF wants to take the default routes from the interface it's selected, then you have to uncheck that box. To add area, add the area notation over here on the Palo Alto is in the decimal form or in general in the IP address form. So I am creating an area. I'm adding an area ID 11. This file interface type is normal, but it does have normal stub and also stub area options. I'm using normal. Range going to be the networks that you want to advertise on this area in the OSPF. So select the interface that you want to include in the OSPF. No virtual links for now, it's a basic one. So we have added area ID with the type and networks that we want to advertise and the interface to include on the OSPF area. And we can provide authentication profiles that like adding the password for the OSPF to exchange the routes or to exchange the neighbor relationship. Not going to do that. And export rules is where we can add an option to allow the redistribution to the OSPF. So click allow redistribute default route, which means it will redistribute the default routes into the OSPF. Advanced, don't need any of these options to be changed. Click commit. So now let's verify that we have a firewall has a neighbor in this router. Okay, so if you see this last one, which is 10.10.11.1, is a firewall IP address. So we do have the firewall has a neighbor to this router on the OSPF. So we should also get the networks that we advertised on the OSPF. So we did not add any special networks behind the firewall to be advertised in the OSPF protocol, so we did not see anything over here. but we should have a route. So let's check, let's verify whether we have a route to the 10.10.20 network. It says there is no subnet in the routing table. I'm sure it should have a network. So, but let's verify that. So we have the connectivity between the 10.10.20 network and the 10.10.11 network. But let me verify from router 4. See. So if you see on router 4, I do have area 10.10.11 as a inter area OSPF inter area OI area, and let's ping 10.10.20 network. So we have the OSPF routes that are coming out now. Let's verify. Okay, so the reason why we do not see any route associated with this IP address is uh, when you see when you see the routing table of this device, it do not have any route with this network 10.10.20 network. So that's the reason why it is displaying subnet not in table. And the reason why it is, we did not redistribute, we did not distribute the route directly the OSPF. We did redistribute the route from the default. We did redistribute the 10.10.20 network to the OSPF, and if we mention it to be on the OSPF manually, then it shows up in the routing table of the OSPF. If not, it won't show up, but you will have the connectivity. So let me show you that. To add the 10.10.20 network in the OSPF and get it appeared on the other OSPF devices, on their routing table devices, go to the virtual router, select OSPF, area, range. So here I'm going to select the interface that I want to advertise on the OSPF directly. I've selected Ethernet 1/0, which contains the 10.10.20 network. Commit. Okay, so if you see, we have one more inter area OSPF route, that is 10.10.20. So this is how we configure the OSPF on Palo Alto firewall. Just to rewind, let's rewind it again. Go to virtual routers, select default virtual router, select OSPF, enable, disable the, uncheck the reject default route, router ID, add area, add the area ID, type of area, range, the IP networks that you want to advertise, select the interfaces that you want to include in advertising the OSPF, click OK. That's it. If you want to advertise in detail, in addition, different protocols into the OSPF, select redistribution profile, add, name it, priority, redistribute, select the protocols you want to advertise and spaces connected to them, click OK. So this is it, how we can configure the OSPF Palo Alto firewall. And thank you for watching. See you in next video. Take care. Bye bye.